everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Edit Creations. Today I'm going to be doing a process video on the Easter card that I'm creating for a client. She wants 10 cards. She will be assembling 9. I'm only assembling 1. I just have to cut everything out for them. So I'm going to be using the Flower Market collection. I had intended to use the smaller one. Let's see here, have them right next to me. I was going to use these 2 patterns, but they were, I only had 9 sheets and I needed 10 because pretty much it uses quite a bit of each of them. So I didn't have enough of that and I didn't want to have a card that was, one that was different. So I just switched back to using the 12 by 12 pack that I have, which is nice. So we're going to use this green, which is a small flower, and this larger yellow one with it's kind of a daisy. And I'm sure that there's specialty colors listed on them. In fact, let me look as I have it right here. Gladiolus. Huh, that doesn't look like a, oh, whoa, my camera does not care for that. Okay, set that aside. We don't need to look at that one. Okay, so I have pre-done some of the stuff because, of course, process videos, they tend to take a long time. These are the dies that I use. There's this little tulip. There's a small and kind of a mini. These are the flower centers and these are the daisies. These are some of the extra pieces I have. They have this really cute little flower and it it cuts out 2 of them when you use the die. Well, the problem with that is I need about 10 a piece, and that's a lot of time to stand and just, keep using the die cut machine. So I was looking through my punches and I have this tree punch that I don't think I've ever used. They get so beat up in my drawer. But yeah, I don't use a lot of them. So, oh, there's little friends. But this little flower was a pretty good size. And so in comparison to this one, this is the size of the flower. Let's see if I can flatten it because I did roll it pretty close, right? Okay, so I just opted to use these flowers instead. I also have this vase punch that has a tulip on it, but it was quite a bit different. So I didn't go with that one. 2-inch circle punch. I use this sucker all the time. All the time. I am so glad. I didn't have big circle punches for a long time, and having the 2-inch, the 2 1/4, and the 2 1/2 are amazing. They're like a staple. So other things I use today is the Lawn Fawn Stitch Scallop Rectangle Frames. There's a couple other scallops that they have, and none of them were working like with what I wanted. So I switched to this one, and it does the best job with what I have. There's a couple I'm going to have to order. The other one, and I love these scallops. The Stitch So Sweetly right from Stampin' Up. The die is so flimsy. When they switched to creating their own, I wasn't as impressed. That's just my personal opinion because of how flimsy they are. But this is my favorite of all the scallops I've ever owned. The Stitch So Sweetly it's perfect. It's got this little tiny bit of a stitching around it and a little tiny scallop. Let's see here. Hopefully my computer won't go crazy, my camera. So see the little scallop? I really like it. So Lawn Fawn's has a bigger scallop on it, and I did that in white. And it's Hammermill White is what I used. It's 100 pound. Yeah, 100 pound. So yeah, don't those look cute together? Normally I wouldn't put a scallop on a scallop, but they're a little bit different, and I think it actually works. Crazy, right? Okay, so I used, this is Sundance, and I'm using the darker side of Sundance. I did do my card base, 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. And then I'm just going to put my card piece, the Sundance piece, down on the actual card base. Pretty simple, just layering. I do love cards with a lot of layers. Oops. Okay. That's better. There we go. A little goober right there. There we go. Okay. See, life's a hoot. We just have fun, right? Okay, so then this paper, okay, oh, to back up, this one, this piece right here is Sundance 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this yellow daisy pattern is 4 by 5 1/4. So it should just layer right nicely up. I keep doing that where I see crooked, remember? In fact, I score crooked. It's so funny. Let me get my bone folder. I can't find my favorite bone folders, which are the ones I got from Lawn Fawn. In fact, let me look really quick. I've got my little tool caddy that I travel with right here. Let me look in here real quick. Adhesives, scissors. I have so many pairs of scissors, it's not even funny. Yeah, they are not in here. That is crazy. I do not know where they went. I have 2 of them, and they're very expensive, even at wholesale prices. And they're just gone, but they are my favorite. So I don't know where they went. I'll have to keep hunting for them as I'm kind of going through my office and getting out stuff I'm not using. Okay, so on here, I used the 1/8 inch tape. It's my score tape. The other, I just used my standard, the one I've been using, I guess I should say, is this Express It High Tack double-sided tape. I'm really liking this one. It's pretty sticky. I did not like the other version of this. Let me grab it so I can tell you which one I didn't care for. I still have a couple of rolls of it, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I have 2 rolls of it left. It's just the Express It double-sided tape. This one I didn't feel was very sticky. I didn't feel it did very well. I'm using it grudgingly, mainly on scrapbook things that are not going to be like outside of a page protector. Goodness, couldn't come up with that sentence, right? So I try to use this only in places where I know things aren't going to get kind of messed up, because this does not stick very well. So do not buy this one. If you have it, just use it as, where you can, to try and use it up, because you don't want to waste it. I mean, that's money spent. But I would recommend getting this one. And this one actually is a pretty good price point. I want to say I spent $3, but I probably shouldn't say that out loud because of the fact that I do buy a lot of stuff wholesale. I used to get adhesive from, see if I even have it. Yeah, I do have some. Finders Keepers T4. Love this terrifically terrible tissue tape. And it's 27 yards. And honestly, I pay the same, oh, whoopsie. I pay the same amount as I was paying for this one, and it has 55 yards. So, I still really like this one. I can't get it anymore, apparently. I've emailed them to try and put in an order, and they haven't responded. So I think that they went out of business. Last time I was looking at things, they didn't seem to really have a store. They had more of just a blog. So I did switch to this, and I've been very, very happy with this Express It one. And I'm kind of a adhesive snob, so it's always good when I find something I like. So this little white frame, oops, I got a little bit of adhesive sticking out there, is approximately 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And one thing I didn't care for was that it did cut out that center area. But it's what it is. I'm not worried about it. I actually used, oh my goodness, doing 2 things at one time, and that never works out well in my favor. It looks kind of even. We're gonna go with it. So I I decided that out of all of the scallops I had, that this was the best one. But again, using this right here for these little flowers was perfect to have something. Oh my goodness, you can barely see it. as a background. So I'm glad I was able to use that for that, but it would have been nice to have that security right here without having just to put the piece of paper in there to glue it. And I just opted not to. So then this green one with the little flowers, and I love green. It's my favorite though. I love that paper. That one is approximately 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And I am really shocked that out of everything, this is having the hardest time being like visible. Okay, so then I took, let's go for this one, the Happy Easter. Now it's this Welcome Easter is what I used from Stampin' Up. It's just one I had. It's a straight one, so I did cut my, yeah, no, I cut it. I was brutal and I cut it. So I did that, and then I'm just gonna adhere this. Like this is, even though it's not a Misty, it's a Misty because that company pretty much copied them. Got sued, I'm just glad I have them. Okay, let's see how that does. Very nice. I really like that. I think it looks really cute. Let me wipe this off. I know everybody has the like the close to my heart ones and everything of these little guys. I have bought in so many of these from Lawn Fawn because I was doing classes, so I needed quite a bit. So it's a waste for me to go out and buy another company's, even though I'm, kind of selling it more. But Lawn Fawn and all the other companies that do this, it's the same chamois. And they are fantastic. So if you don't have one, I recommend looking at the one on Close to My Heart. If you do have one, I recommend you use it all the time. This little container has little holes on stars on the bottom. I never actually close this, but you can. I just keep it as a tray and then I wet it down each time. Okay, so this one, the other thing, I love my Lawn Fawn glue tubes. I've been seeing some other people recommend some other glues out there, and I think I'm going to try them as well because I liked the bottle. I just have to get around to doing it. And I have so much of this one that I want to make sure that I use up the glue I have. So the nice part about this is that 2-inch circle pretty much fits, really good there. I mean, there's a little bit of adhesive overlay because I'm an over adhesivizer, but it fits there really nice. And it's just really cute. I really like it. And I tend to assemble sometimes these things separately than the card so that if I mess up, the glue's going to be on this mat, which I probably should be using my little guy. Oh, computer's notifying me. Okay. So I'll use that so I don't get glue everywhere because I'm a big, globber. And we'll just keep assembling these little guys. This idea I got off of actual Lawn Fawn site for this this die. I didn't go as elaborate as they did. They actually used it because it is where did I put that? Oh, I recycled it. It is the Magic Iris Floral Wreath. And so there's a piece, and I can actually show you. Let me grab it out of my box. This is my box of Lawn Fawn I still have to put into my system. I keep ordering and not putting it into my system. So I have a few, right? Oh, speaking of that, I messed up last night. I think I said Google Keep. My husband and I use that to transfer like grocery lists back and forth. That is not the program that I'm talking about. It is called, what was it called, sweetheart? Jace, what was that program called that I'm using? OneNote. Thanks, sweetie. Um, so this hasn't been entered into my system either yet. But the person that I'm doing these cards for, she didn't want anything elaborate. And so I'm not doing the magic iris card for her on this one, but it is really cool. You've got this little notch here, and I have a few different sets that go with this too. And you just do that and it opens up the little window, and it's cute. But it's because she's not wanting anything elaborate, I didn't go that route. I just went simple. And I just think it's adorable. I think it's a cute little idea. I think it's going to be easy for her to do. It's going to suck for me to cut out as many as I'm going to be cutting out, because I've got to cut out, what, 9 more of these? Yeah, yikes. I'll have to do that tonight after I do this video. Okay. Aren't those white little daisies just so cute? I really like them. Should be using my little tweezers for this. I tend to forget to use, like, and then I dig paper into my nails and everything. It's crazy. I do it all the time though, because why would I, make my life easier? I do have to on this one. The gems are these Couture creations. They're deep gold pearls, not gems. They're so tiny. I honestly cannot stand them, and so I'm really glad that I found a use for them, because they do not stick as well as I'd like them to. Some of their other stuff has been so good, and then other things I'm just like, what the heck? But I'm like that with everything, and I think we all are. You find a product you like and you just kind of stick with it, and then they let you down. Okay, so isn't that coming together so cute? Oh, I love this. I love this little thing. When I saw the idea online, I was really excited. Just keep following kind of what they had. I wish I could like show you my screen, because that's where I've got my sample from them up there. And I kind of memorized where some things go. When we get to the next part, I'm not as good at that one, because it's kind of a random one, but it's kind of, if I want to copy what they did, or do I want to go a little more random, because of the fact that I'm not going to be putting as many on here. Look at that. I love the white with the green. I think it looks so cute. Isn't that just adorable? Oh, I might have a thing about wreaths too. I kind of tend to overbuy anytime I see a wreath. Wreaths, jars, snowmen, gnomes. Speaking of that today. Okay, so I buy a lot of paint projects through Paisleys and Polka Dots and through Idaho Custom Creations. And the lady at Idaho Custom Creations, she does what would you call it? She has like a blog, and she shows things. So I don't know, but she was showing these gnome dies a while back. And I thought, oh, they're cute. I don't need them. Guess what's in my hand? And then they did this one, and I'm not really big on St. Patrick's Day, but I think it is really cute. And if I'm going to do, I have a calendar kit from Photoplay with all the gnomes. So I need to be getting these because these are just adorable. But I couldn't pass up the bunnies. Look at the little bunny ears. Aren't those so cute? So all these came today. You have to get this piece, and then you can buy the add-ons. Yeah, I kind of have a little bit of a problem there too. And I'm a huge collector more than a user. So my goal this year is to use as much as possible. Okay, so the next step, oops, and I kind of did this. So I have this Doodlebug design one. I have somewhere in I think it's in the drawer that's over here, a big collection of these that I got. They're for fondant. And this one, of course, isn't. This is from Doodlebug, but the other ones I have are all different sizes. They're these ball tools, and they're metal through the center. They kind of hurt your hands after a while. I need to get something and stick over them. But I just have this one or this one, which I don't remember where I got this one, but this one doesn't do much better. This one's a little bit better on your hands when you're doing stuff. But for here, I just kind of sat it down in the center of all these little flowers to give it some oomph. I mean, I could take this one right here and you just kind of do that. And that one's a little smaller, remember, because it is the die. But oh my goodness, could you imagine well, not hand cutting, but going through? It only cuts out two at a time. That is one thing I do like. I don't buy their stuff very often because it's really intricate. And I'm now trying to think of what the company's name is. Oh my gosh. Every time I go to any of the shows, they have a huge booth. They have the most gorgeous flowers for their cards. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. If I can remember it, I'll put it below. But they do a really good job of having, like 10 flowers that you can die cut at one time. Lawn Fawn's usually pretty good about making sure if there's something on something. That's why I was kind of surprised that the tulips only cut two at a time because there's four on the wreath of the big and six of the small. So I'm surprised that they didn't have more. Also, they only included one of each of the daisies. And since there's two small daisies here, I was surprised that they didn't have a second daisy in the smaller size. I can understand a little bit on this flower, but for the most part, I think that there should have been a little more flowers on here just to cut at one time because I honestly cannot stand going back and forth and cutting and cutting and cutting. I get really tired of it. I get bored, I guess I should say. Let's see here. Oh, I'm getting glue on my finger. I should be using my tweezers. I'm not as good with my tweezers. Some people are like amazing with their tweezers. I am not. And I usually stab myself more than anything, but these flowers are so tiny, I should be using them because I think my frustration will be worse without them. So I'll put four there. Grab that white. That there. Yeah, I'll see if my husband can speed up this part because this is going to be the most time consuming. So sorry. And I would do something where I am just talking over it while I'm doing it, but I don't know really how to do that as well. And when I did try it, I sounded like I was bored. And I don't know. I guess I'm more involved when I'm actually doing it. So add a little white one right here. Come on. Come on, tweezers, work with me. I know, like I said, I just feel like a tweezer ding dong. Okay, let's put some right here and right there. Let's go with another white. I really like the white ones. Kind of white heavy, I guess. If I think it's because I really liked everything else that's on here that's white. And so I tend to gravitate towards the white flowers more, a little bit more. Stop opening it, fingers. Yeah. There we go. Luna is being very good today. She's sitting right at my feet, sleeping. So, and because it snowed, we probably won't have anybody coming to the door, so she won't be barking. The grandkids all went to Great Wolf's Lodge today. How fun. I've never been. I technically invited myself to go with them, but then told them no, I didn't want to go. Partially because there's a lot of kids there, and my grandkids I can handle, other grandkids, not so much. I should say other people's kids. I hope you're not laughing too hard while you're watching me try to use my tweezers. Because, yeah, not as good with them, as you can see. Let's see here. I'm going to put one over here, one of the little orange ones. And then let's put a little 3-pack over here. 1, 2, 3. So I think that'll about do it for right now. I think that's plenty of flowers. Let's see. Orangey. Oh, the yellow I'm using for these little flowers is actually, oh goodness, it just ran out of my head. Oh shoot, sorry, Canary. I have some Canary left over, and I wanted a softer yellow than the one that Lemonade would give me. And Shortbread was a little too, I don't know, creamy. So Canary was a really good color. So this is at this stage where it's at. Isn't that so cool? I love wreaths. I think they're fun. Okay, actually, I think I want to put this on the card before I put those, because they'll all just come off. And for this back, I am just gluing. Yay! And let's just center that on this little card. So, like I said, this is my version of this card. It is slightly different from the one online because of what I didn't have. And I have a ton. I mean, that's just the stuff in that basket's just what I haven't included on my the Evernote process, and I didn't want to add to it because of the fact that I'm going to switch over to OneNote. So, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I'll just do it later. And it's, I don't know, they've had 2, I think. We had the December one, and then we just got the one for spring, which, oh my gosh, I didn't get the whole set. Normally it's kind of like my little Pokemon, I got to have it all. But this time I was like, I won't use it. I won't use it, but I will, you know, in just a second. I'll pull that bucket back out, and I want to show you this farm set that they have. So we have pictures of Allison in preschool at this farm that they had gone to. And the funny story there was my husband had picked up Allie's coat and put it in his mouth, not realizing a cow had gotten slime on the coat. So gross, right? Poor guy. First and last, I think, field trip he ever went on with one of the kids. But it was so sweet. He was off school at the time, and so he was able to go. It was before he had gotten his big boy job, you know, because he was going to school and he was working at UPS for a long time while he was going to school. And then when he graduated, he temped a bit, and then he got his big boy job, which was nice. Took a lot of pressure off of me. Probably him too, since he didn't have to do homework anymore. That's always nice, right? These are so little. They're little tiny itty bitties. They look really cute though on the card. I'm impressed with how well they look. Let's put a little, I know the sample card online has flowers down lower and around it. I'm not doing that. I don't know if their card is bigger. I don't think it is, but the sizes are a little different, and so I'm just going to put a couple up here. Okay, and set that aside. So that is that card. Isn't that the cutest little card? My God, I love this card. I'm going to have to make one for me because I just have to have this. It's so cute. My little flower center is a little off. Okay, let me grab that bucket. I have it right here. Okay, I'm going to stand up. So I went through and I kind of added my dies to it because I don't even have my other things. So there's got this strawberry. Isn't this little mouse right here? Mouse with strawberries. They're so cute. Let's see here. That's some of the Christmas ones. This one I had to have because it's a some more. I'm going to have to do something with him. I've got 2 of them. Yeah, I've got a lot of my Christmas stuff up in here. Got the Happy Spring, Get Well Soon, Happy Mother's Day. Oh, this one, look at the backside. You can do this without the faces, as I'm going to cut those faces off. I don't want the faces, but little succulents. Aren't those so cute? These are the numbers that are Henry's 1, 2, 3s. I got these lucky clovers to go with my calendar, but this is the barn that I got. Isn't that so cute? And this is what it looks like assembled. And then let's see if I can find the other little guys. This is a platform pop-up card and the add-on. I know, too much. Oh, I couldn't pass up this fence because it's just too cute. Okay, let's see if I can find those other little guys. These flowers, aren't they pretty? The Happy Hibiscus. I think that was I don't think that was a recent one. This one is Tiny Friend's birthday. I've been ordering all the Tiny Friends, and the Tiny Friends are what I'm looking for, but it's the farm ones. Let's see here. Masks, all sorts of fun stuff. That is a some more one. Road. I have 2 roads apparently. Huh, cool. Happy Easter. This one is Virtual Friends. This is getting into the Valentine set. These are ones I've had for a while. I just haven't filed away. Love this little snowflake. Isn't that cute? What's this? This is a Mother's Day border from, I ordered that at Christmas. It's an older one. Oh my gosh, look at this one. It's a pumpkin. It makes a pumpkin house. They have a carrot one too. I don't think I got the carrot one because I saw it and I don't think I have it. Backgrounds. Oh my goodness, where did I stick those? Okay, here's some more. Oh, here they are. Look at those little guys. Oh, sorry. So they got a little farmer, a cow, a pig, and a little chick. And not sure if this one, these are the Easter little tiny friends. Aren't those cute? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there was for the farm. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm in the fall stuff now. Yep, that is what this is the one I was looking for. There's only the one. Put these back in here because, you know. But yeah, so this little Build-A-Barn with the little people. So I'm going to do that for her scrapbook page for that preschool one. I think there's something else on it because her preschool is done. But when I redo her school book, I want to use that because I saw it and I thought I got to have it. But here is a close-up of this card again. Too cute. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.